I've yet to speak with some freight drivers, unfortunately. I only know one in Sydney, and he's been on leave. But for the cleaners and office staff, I think the big issue I've noticed when I've travelled around was cleaners contractors. I couldn't believe that St Leonard's and Chatswood stations are cleaned by contractors. And to me, that's their jobs that should be RTBU, Sydney Trains employees and members of our union. So I think that needs to be really have the microscope put over it. Also, office staff, I'm going to Burwood on Friday next week to have a chat with office staff. So I'm looking forward to hearing what their issues are. I talk with the admin people at Newcastle, and I've talked to the infrastructure admin people at Newcastle or Hamilton, and they have issues of representation. So I think getting the delegates roster filled, I noticed there's quite a number of places where there's no delegate. I actually pushed to get more station staff recognised under the rules on the north, and it fell on deaf ears because we've got one person who represents all the station staff from Scone and Dungog down to Cowan, and I think that needs to change massively. I believe there's 3 points that need to be covered there: Newcastle, Maitland and Gosford, and that way the broader area is represented by 3 people. Obviously the delegates roster needs to be filled in, and as to freight drivers, I'm happy to hear whatever their issues are. If anyone can get in contact with me through the Facebook page, that'd be great, because I'd like to find out what their issues are. I imagine that there'd be issues like everywhere. You know, the management of every company is hostile towards the employers, and we need to turn that around with a bit more of a pushback from the membership and the delegate structure.
I've been secretary for the salary and admin. It's been a real journey to try and obtain actual the listing of the members that are from my division, and it was a real challenge, but I finally did after being in the role for 2.5 years. Mind you, I sent out a survey to get some feedback from all the members, and it's pretty clear that the office staff are a bit of a different kettle of fish. We're more most of us work closely with management, so there's a different approach, and the feedback I was getting was that people didn't want Zoom. They wanted visibility of delegates and representation that they weren't getting. They didn't know who the delegate was, and I'd like to see Michael Marsland and I do get elected into this role, that we'll be able to provide more of a person that they can contact and get the support that they need. If anything, our division had 7 organisers in 4 years. So if that's any question to how the office is working with trying to get an organiser that will help us progress forward to be able to do what it is that we were elected to do, I would feel that our hands would be tied by then and would be free to not only receive the training like what David's been talking about. We really need training. We don't sit on our high horse, we know everything, but we do have an open book for wanting to learn more about the rules and the whole unionised movement, but that can pick up along the way, which I have done. So I was an elected delegate for salary 8 years prior to doing this role. So it's not like you'd immediately just walk into the top of the pile, you know, as Dave has explained in his experience also. But yeah, back office is definitely a neglected area. Lots of potential. So I'd like to see if I get re-elected to with Michael Marsland. We're really keen to get some support from them, that they did 7 organisers in 4 years, but hired that would be organized